What's up, guys? Go to your day with a Gangplank game. I think I'm gonna be doing 3 games today. Not all in this video, but I'll be putting up 3 because I had a Gangplank game that was really good, a Zyra game where I stole Baron, held with a comeback, and a Corki game, all of which were ranked. So you'll notice that I'm not playing support this game, and I said it was ranked. It means I got tired of playing support and watching the rest of my team feed their asses off. So I decided to go back to my main man GP, who's kind of falling out of meta, but I mean, if you're good at Gangplank, then it doesn't really matter. And I'm pretty good. So this matchup is against a Graves, which is not good for GP at all. Any ranged matchup is pretty bad for Gangplank. Especially those people that have range and can fight you at close range as well. It is not good for GP at all. And I know this in my head, so I'm trying to sit back and farm. You'll notice I have a Sapphire Crystal with refillable pots. That's so that way I have extra mana to be queuing stuff early on. So that way I don't have to get up as close to auto attack minions or just lose minions in general. And I can use, I'll have my refillables to heal myself, and I'll always have them. It'll be really good. So you see Graves is completely zoning me off here, but he's so far up that I just tell Elise, like, hey, just come over, he's a free kill, and bam, you get him. And that is going to repeat. However, the unfortunate part of this is that no matter how many times we kill Graves, he's still gonna be able to 1v1 me just because that's how the matchup is. And I'm never gonna be able to like actually 1v1 him unless I get like a Phantom Dancer, which I don't do on GP. Phantom Dancer on GP is just shit. You see, he had that Q hit, it would have done like at least 40% of my health. You see that he can just walk up and do that. And I'm gonna make the mistake of staying here because I'm greedy and I wanted Machine. And I make the mistake of also getting rid of my barrels. So now I don't have any defenses. And he's just literally just gonna walk up and kill me now. However, he is gonna burn Flash, which is going to come in handy later on because Elise is going to come back and gank me because I just tell her, I'm like, hey, he's not warding, he's just continuing to play super aggressive. Just come and camp me. That's what I'm telling her. And so that's exactly what she's gonna come and do. She misses her cocoon, so I'm forced to ult, and then I almost die there, but fortunately I had my W. But that was had at least gotten her cocoon off, that would have been a lot cleaner. We wouldn't have been risking dying, but it's not that big of a deal. But we do lose, though, we do lose out on a dragon because of that. But we get a bunch of kills for it, so that kind of makes up for it. So that's good. I've got Sheen now, so I can kind of fight this Graves. Also, Graves is building a Blade of the Ruined King instead of like a Death's Dance. So this is gonna work out really well for me because his damage isn't staying there. As you see, I'm like completely screwing up barrels, which is one of the sad things about like this matchup too, is that Graves can auto attack the barrels and hit me at the same time. But, however, Graves still hasn't been warding, and he comes in, and I don't know what the hell he was doing. He could have just walked away, and I think he would have potentially made it, but he like took a half second to try to get in there, and it just didn't really work. I got down bot because Victor was going down there, so I helped get the kill. I helped get the kill on both of them. I have no idea. I think Caitlyn just gave up and was trying to get Janna there, but either way, they've just both screwed that up. They're the enemy bot lane. So I almost at Triforce now, which is really good. Once you get Triforce on GP, that's a really big power spike for you, because you can wave clear much faster once you get that, and you can your damage is just so much higher. Plus the damage from the Sheen as well is going to be a lot more too. Which you can notice very significantly that you get that the GP has his Triforce, because he starts to chunk you hard. Victor and Elise come up here, and Graves should have backed, but he didn't, and I probably didn't need a flash right there. The Graves definitely should have backed, and he chose not to, and yeah, he's gonna end up, well, he almost dies for it. I thought we got him, but I guess not. We do lose our bot lane turret, but that's not really big of a deal because we already got theirs. Graves also has no flash now, which is very useful for me. And it means that Elise can now come back and kill him easier now. So I should be going back right now and getting Triforce. Like I said, huge power spike for GP. And yeah. I'm paying attention to bot lane, to this fight that's going on, because I do have my ult, so I'm looking for a good time to use it. And that was the best time because there was a lot of people grouped up. The Graves was TPing in, so I did use mine to try to help in case this went bad somehow, but then he canceled his, so I was like, okay, I'll just cancel mine. And you see the Graves is still building the frickin' Blade of the Ruined King. I don't know why the guy's doing it. He's screwing himself over because he had such a huge advantage. You see that Warlords and that Bilgewater Cutlass going at it. But you do see how I just queued him like 2 times in a row and it took out a lot of his health. So anytime he gets too close to me, I'm just queuing him. And yeah, right now I'm just farming up. Like I said, you can see that I'm still behind, even though he's 1-3. I'm 2-1. I still can't fight this guy just because he is a Graves, and I'm just a GP, and there's no way I can take him head on, because I will die before it happens. So I probably should have pushed right there, since I did have Victor, and I'd waste my time trying to come to this fight after I was like midway through my back. And what that's gonna do is Graves is gonna be able to push really far into my tower, and there's the risk that he may be able to take it. Meanwhile, mid, they're just kind of skirmishing along, and I'm freaking out because I'm like, oh, he's gonna get my freaking tower, and he does. So I'm not really happy about that now, because that means if I'm pushed up, it's easier for like Lee Sin to come and kill me. That or the Graves to come out of Fog and War, kill me. Decided to group with my team here because the Graves was coming over here, so I was like, okay, well I gotta make sure that he doesn't get anything for it. And as soon as I decide that they're backing off, I go right back to top lane and go back to farming. Then once Graves goes back top, I go back mid because I don't want to be up there and with the lane like it is. I ult here so that way we get tower. This pushes my ult right here pushes them off of tower, and getting this mid tower is really important and is definitely worth my ultimate. Or at least worth it in my opinion. Ugh. So this, what we're doing here is kind of stupid. We really shouldn't be trying to siege on them. They all have all 5 people. We're getting them low, but it doesn't really matter. And it's just, it's not really smart for us to be here. It's honestly a waste of time. And we would have been better off to be trying to split lane. Which I would have gone and done, but everyone left, so somebody has to stay mid. And yeah, it was gonna be me. But then Rise is way too far forward, and the team just comes around the backside, and we get a free kill on them. Then the rest of their team tried to save Rise, which is never a good idea to try to save a dead man. And yeah, they're we get 3 kills onto them. Graves kills Ezreal, unfortunately, but you know, 3 for 1 ain't bad. And then since I now have blue buff, I'm just gonna run top, and I'm just gonna try to push this out, try to get some farm, keep on trying to catch back up. I did just get my first 500 serpents, which is really good. I am behind on serpents this game because normally, like, if anything past 18 minutes for your first 500 is kind of bad. But I was up against the Graves, couldn't really farm. So I'm not too upset with that. Plus, serpents aren't all that important. They're kind of just an add-on. They help, but it's not like imperative that you get like I said, 500 by 18 is like the average that you want to be doing in most matchups. However, you know, if a lot of matchups I can end up getting it by 16, but it is like, you know, if it's like an even matchup, I'll probably get them all by, I probably get my first 500 by 18. Anything, and if it's a bad matchup, it'll be somewhere, it'll normally be close to 18. This time it was like at 20. Not a big deal though. I am behind on items, because I haven't been able to farm, which is not necessarily the best thing for GP since his best strength is his late game. However, I almost have my Yomus at this point because I've been getting some assist gold. And Yomus, I don't like the armor pin build on GP, which is why you'll see me only build Yomus as my armor pin item. And then you'll see me, my build for GP is Triforce, Yomu's, Infinity Edge, Sterex, and then a Last Whisper item. And I prefer that better because I like the damage I get from Infinity Edge. And I'll sometimes switch out Sterex for something else. The Sterex is kind of like my tanky item, and it synergizes with Triforce. And it's just, in this game with Graves and Lee Sin, I would go Sterex because they have a lot of people that can just get on me easily. But if it was like a different game where they had, it was more so like I didn't have to fight people in melee range all that much, then I probably would have, you know, gone for something different. I might have gone for another armor pen item, or I might have gone for like a Bloodthirster maybe. It all kind of just depends upon how I feel, how the game is going. It's the same thing that goes for boots on GP too. A lot of people will just stupidly go for Lucidity boots because it's the recommended item for him. That is not good. While it does give you that last 10% cooldown reduction that you want to get 40% cooldown reduction, Flash and putting Flash and Teleport on a lower cooldown aren't that great. And it's a lot of times boots are your only for GP boots are like your only way of getting resistances. So it is I use my boots to not get any boots to Lucidity, but I'll use it. Sometimes it'll be Lucidity, but most times it'll be Merc Treads or Swifties, because I like having the tenacity or the MR that I'll get from it. And I like having for swiftness, I like having that extra movement speed that you get, because you get a bunch of movement speed already with items in your kit. This game though, Ninja Tabby, because Graves, Caitlyn, Lee Sin, really annoying, and Rise wasn't really all that bad. Plus, Merc Trades isn't gonna do much because this Rise. His snare is like literally half a second. I'm not really worried about that. We get Dragon, and we're pretty much just snowballing on top of everybody. And you see, I'm getting kills now, making up for the fact that I didn't get to do anything this whole game. And you see, I don't know, it was going really fast, but I'm dealing a ton of damage at this point, because I do have my Yomus and I do have a BF sword, because I'm building into that Infinity Edge. But this game is wrapped up pretty much. There's literally nothing that they can do to stop a Fed GP, a Fed Elise, a Fed Ezreal, a Fed Victor. We're so far ahead of them that it's not even funny. Had the Graves built Death Dance, his laning phase would have been a lot better. So many factors would have gone so much better for him. However, though, he didn't do that, and because of that, he kind of screwed himself over. But then again, he wasn't warding this game, so that made it really easy for me to get easy for me and the jungler to get kills off of him. We're gonna do Baron here, especially because we caught out Graves and killed him, but then their entire team gets completely caught out, so that's just key for now. Let's run onto their base and take everything and win. So yeah, GP, man, that was a great game for me. It's been a while since I played GP in ranked, because I haven't played a lot of. Yeah, that was fun. GP's my favorite champion. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe if you did. And see y'all in the next one. Thanks.